Welcome to Sugar Me Smooth, and congratulations on discovering the best hair removal system available. By following these simple instructions, you are on your way to soft, smooth, hair-free skin forever. Remember to be patient. It usually takes about 2 to 3 sugaring sessions to master the Sugar Me Smooth technique. Begin with clean, dry skin. Remember to keep the room cool or apply in front of a fan. You don't want to sugar when sweating. This can cause irritation. The sugar works best when it has been sitting at room temperature for a few hours. If it is too cold, it may be hard to get out of the jar. If too warm, it can become very sticky. It should be slightly hard when beginning because it will loosen up as you use it. Remember, there is no need to heat the sugar. It quickly and naturally heats to the skin. There are, however, times when you may desire to mildly heat sugar. For example, when sugaring sensitive areas or face. For these areas, you can work the sugar a few times on your inner arm. Set your jar in a bowl of hot water, or simply microwave jar of sugar for approximately 10 seconds. Always check the temperature of the sugar prior to applying. For your comfort level, consider the length of hair before beginning. Men and women who are sugaring for the first time will feel less tugging if the sugar is slightly warmer than room temperature. If you are prone to sweating or irritation, try to keep the room temperature cool and possibly incorporate a fan while sugaring. This will reduce the risk of irritation and help the session go more smoothly. If you are prone to swelling or bruising, use caution and avoid lifting skin upward when flicking. If you are diabetic, please consult your physician prior to sugaring. Although sugar picks up shorter hair than most hair removal products, we recommend at least 5 to 7 days post-shaving length. This may vary. However, if hair is too long, it can cause discomfort. It may be necessary to trim some areas before sugaring. Sensitive skin is usually an indicator of dehydrated skin. Make sure you properly exfoliate, moisturize, and drink lots of water in the days prior to sugaring. Remember to avoid sun exposure 24 hours prior to sugaring and also 24 hours after sugaring. Remember to always begin with clean, dry skin. When learning the flicking technique, we recommend practicing on your shin or inner arm, where the skin is usually tight and easy to access. It is also easier to work with less sugar. We recommend about a marble-sized piece of sugar and slowly getting more during the practice session. You can get the motion down by first doing a test patch on your arm or leg. To begin, place fingertips toward the edge of the applicator. Scoop the desired amount of sugar. For example, when sugaring your leg, you will start with a golf ball-sized piece. However, your upper lip will only require a marble-sized piece of sugar. Hold skin taut with free hand. Slowly apply sugar against the direction of the hair growth 3 times. This is exactly the opposite of waxing. When sugar has been thoroughly applied, quickly flick applicator in the same direction of the hair growth, fully removing the sugar and hair from the skin. The trick is to flick fast and keep the sugar close to the skin. As with waxing, sugar can possibly cause irritation or bruising if the skin is pulled upward. When sugaring session is complete, moisturize and soothe skin with Sugar Me Smooth all-natural soothing solution. Don't rub the sugar back and forth continuously when applying and preparing to flick. Do remember to pick up your flicker after every application and begin again at the original starting point. Don't hesitate or go too slowly when flicking. The motion should be fluid and continual. If you do pause before flicking, it may cause irritation and hinder the sugaring process. When the correct technique is applied to sugaring, there will be absolutely no residue left on your skin. If a few pieces do remain, quickly dab them up with a piece of sugar that you are currently using. If you do fling a piece of sugar onto clothing or the bathroom floor, quickly dab it up and it will attach to the larger piece of sugar that you are using. Never apply pressure. Once pressure is applied, it gets sticky and the goo factor takes over. However, don't worry if this does happen because it will quickly clean up simply by using warm water. If the sugar does become sticky and gooey while you're applying, do not continue tugging on your skin to get it off. Simply scoop a new, colder, harder piece of sugar and apply diagonally over the gooey area. Then always remember to flick fast. This will pick up all remaining sugar. For stubborn, sporadic hairs such as chin whiskers and nose or ear hair, we suggest the wraparound method. Spot push a small amount of sugar into area and twist. Continue wrapping sugar around the single hair numerous times, then quickly flick in the same direction of the hair growth. For your comfort level, consider the length of hair before beginning. Men and women who are sugaring for the first time will feel less tugging if the sugar is slightly warmer than room temperature. If you are prone to sweating or irritation, try to keep the room temperature cool and possibly incorporate a fan while sugaring. This will reduce the risk of irritation and help the session go more smoothly. If you are prone to swelling or bruising, use caution and avoid lifting skin upward when flicking. If you are diabetic, please consult your physician prior to sugaring. Although sugar picks up shorter hair than most hair removal products, we recommend at least 5 to 7 days post-shaving length. This may vary. However, if hair is too long, it can cause discomfort. It may be necessary to trim some areas before sugaring. Sensitive skin is usually an indicator of dehydrated skin. Make sure you properly exfoliate, moisturize, and drink lots of water in the days prior to sugaring. Remember to avoid sun exposure 24 hours prior to sugaring and also 24 hours after sugaring. Remember to always begin with clean, dry skin. For arms, use a quarter-size piece of sugar. For comfort, consider the length of hair before beginning. Men and women who are sugaring for the first time will feel less tugging if the sugar is slightly heated. Arms are one of the few places on the body where the hair does not grow down, but rather from side to side. Tighten skin by making a fist and tucking it under. Apply sugar from the outside of the arm toward the inside 3 times, then quickly flick. For underarms, use a quarter-size piece of sugar. Typically, this is coarser hair, so you will use a colder, harder sugar. Underarm hair grows in a swirl pattern. Carefully examine your personal hair pattern before beginning. Underarm hair removal tends to be as sensitive for some as bikini area, so remember to pull skin very taut and flick fast. For legs, use a golf ball-sized piece of sugar. Typically, this is coarser hair, so you will use a colder, harder sugar. For legs, you will apply from the feet upward. One thing to remember is that for many people, the hair on their calf grows side to side or diagonal, so closely examine your personal hair pattern before beginning. For knees, use a quarter-size piece of sugar. Use colder, harder sugar. These tend to be stubborn hairs, so let sugar sit for approximately 30 seconds before removing. Always begin applying below the knee and continue the application up and fully over the knee. This makes it much easier to remove sugar on the first flick. Sugar has a tendency to stick to knees, so it may be necessary to get a new piece of harder sugar to apply diagonally over the original piece of sugar for removal. Flick very fast to remove sugar from knees. For the feet, use a quarter-size piece of sugar. Use colder, harder sugar. These tend to be stubborn hairs, so let the sugar sit for 1 to 2 minutes before removing. Flick very fast to remove the hair from the feet. For the bikini area, use a silver dollar-sized piece of sugar. For comfort level, consider the length of hair before beginning. If you are sugaring for the first time, you will feel less tugging if the sugar is slightly heated. Because this is such a sensitive area, remember to hold the skin very taut and flick fast. For the face, use a dime-sized piece of sugar. Use warmer, softer sugar. Hold skin taut with free hand and apply upward against the hair growth 3 times. After third application, remove the flicker and allow sugar to sink in about 30 to 45 seconds. Apply against the hair growth one last time to pull the sugar all together, and do one last quick flick down. With any kind of hair removal, proper exfoliation and hydration are so important. This is why Sugar Me Smooth has developed some of the most highly moisturizing sugar scrubs and body oils on today's market. Remember to exfoliate 1 to 2 times per week with one of our luscious sugar scrubs, and replenish your skin daily with our all-natural body oils. It is easy to see why the entire world is falling in love with sugar. It is by far the best hair removal system available. Sugar Me Smooth leaves you feeling silky smooth and hair-free while nourishing your skin. Every body loves sugar, and yours will too.